Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live with another live stream, man. We're here, podcast 290 of the Straight Jacket podcast. Please do hit the like button as you tuning in. You know what I mean? Like you take your shoes off in the house. You know what I mean? You like the video, man. Gets the algorithm up. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Minna, you're back. It's been a minute. How you doing?
I know, man. It's been a minute. Listen, guys, man. Run up the likes. Subscribe. 100k plaque. YouTube, get it ready.
Come on.
But I've been good, man. Alhamdulillah, I can't complain, man.
Come on, alhamdulillah. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Nordin, man, sun shining outside. You
know, sun shining. That's why they got a light, man. You know me. I've been sun-starved. This has been the worst summer ever.
Yeah.
In Manny. I don't know what it's like down south, you know, but in Manny, we've been cold. The other night, I had to try. Honestly, the other night I'm cycling, and I'm thinking, damn, and my hands are freezing. My hands were numb.
Yeah,
that's how mad it is. Never has that ever happened to me. Never. You usually get spring where it's a bit cold. In March, you'll get hailstone now and again. Not freezing. It used to be so humid. You'd never be able to sleep in July or June.
Yeah.
And now I'm freezing, mate. Now it's not happening. So listen, hit the likes, people, because I would be out there on the only rare sunny day in Manchester.
Yeah.
No lights, no lights, natural light here. Now sun shining on me. So smash the like, people. Road to 100k. Let's go, people.
Come on, people. Come on, man.
Man's doing graveyard shifts, watching Bielsa, Uruguay. Penalties, you know. Right.
Brazil, man, knocked out, man. You know what I'm saying? Brazil out, man. So they're in trouble, man. It's not the Brazil that you know, Nordin and Minna. Like, it's not this Brazil, you know. So yeah, it's not looking great. It's not looking great. But listen, we're gonna talk on Man United because that's our favorite subject to talk about nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It looks like Zirkzee is gonna be imminent. I think the Here We Go might be coming maybe today. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, but it's looking very, very promising. He's chosen Man United. I don't think AC Milan were willing to break the deal on the compensation kind of package and the agent fees. We were, Minna. How you feel? You know what? Have I really got your opinion on Zirkzee? I don't know if I've actually.
No, I don't think we've spoken about him.
Yeah. Let me know. What are you saying about Zirkzee? Like, what? Are you happy? Like, you got some, reservations?
Yeah, I got reservations, but more so in the fact that United need goals, and he's not guaranteed 30. He's not guaranteed 30 goals. Him and Rasmus Højlund last season combined didn't even get 30 goals. So I have my reservations about that. But then I also have to look at it like, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has sat there. First interview said that United are not going to try buy the best talent there. They're going to try buy the next big thing. So it fits into that narrative that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has sold to fans. And if United went against that, then we'd start looking at Ineos sideways and saying, well, you're saying one thing and then you're doing another. Upcoming talent, prospect, reasonable fee, reasonable wages, agent stuff. That's a different conversation. United have been consistent of recent in the idea that they're not going to overspend. 34 million for him, maybe 38 million for De Ligt. That's 72 million for what we would have paid for one player in Jared Brantwaite had we paid what Everton asked for.
Yeah.
Now it does make me think, where is he going to fit into? The more I read about him, and there's some great videos out there, guys, on the internet to kind of analyze the type of profile he is. He's it's funny that he rejected AC Milan or AC Milan weren't willing to negotiate.
Willing to pay, yeah.
Because he said that his idol growing up was Zlatan.
Yeah.
He said his idol growing up was Zlatan. The kind of striker that he liked to be like was Zlatan. And if you know Batistuta, then obviously, if you're old enough to know about Batistuta, then you know.
Yeah, Nordin knows him.
That's the two players that he said is his idols. I think he's going to be the starter. I think Rasmus Højlund is going to be the impact player. I think United should sign another third striker. And when I say a third striker, I mean a low fee option where United are chasing a goal. You just dash everybody from the bench on. They need a third striker in that. But I'm feeling optimistic for Zirkzee. I'm feeling optimistic. I think the profile that he has fits into what United are kind of trying to build, that kind of press from the front, runs in behind, etc., that kind of stuff. He's a physical player. They call him a unicorn, because he's so rare in his physical stature and his technical ability. But he's not going to be that. He's not coming in to be that 30, 35 goals striker. He's not a Kane. He's not a Haaland. He's not going to give you that.
Yeah. You know what it is for me though? I think it's something different, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's very rare we get this sort of striker for me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm looking at a technical striker. You know, normally Lukaku, goals, but not technically great. Cavani, goals, not technically great. Ronaldo, towards his end, goals, but could he do the hold-up play? Could he do... Like, we're actually getting a striker for once here. That's different to what we've got. Like, I can't remember. Maybe Van Persie, when we had a supremely technical striker. And funny enough, he's Dutch. You know what I mean? And now this guy's Dutch. Ruud van Nistelrooy was very, very technically good. You know what I mean? For me, anyway. You guys can have your opinion, but he was very, very good as well in that aspect. But it's a long while, man, since we had a technical striker. That's why, for me, I'm excited about it, because it's like, you could get goals, yeah. Goals, oh yeah, Martial, but he started as a winger, you know what I mean, and whatnot. And Zlatan was towards the end of his career. I'm talking about a guy who's coming in young and whatnot. You could go and get a striker like Nunes, yeah, who scored, I don't know, how many goals did he score at Benfica that season when everyone was raving about him? Did he not score like 30 plus goals in Benfica? He comes to Liverpool, and bro, this guy is erratic. His touch isn't great. You know what I mean? His hold-up playing great. He ends up playing a winger. You know what I mean? You kind of look at him thinking, hold on a minute. Ain't this the guy that scored that amount of goals? So I'd rather start off with a guy that actually makes our team better and then work our way up into finding out, right, okay, cool. Let's see how we can develop now, becoming a goal scorer now. You know what I mean? You can't, like, in this modern day now, you either go and get a Jackson and go and get whatever you want to get, or Hoyland, whatever it is, or you go and get these little Firmino type players. And I'm not saying it's Firmino, but you get these kind of almost center forward kind of ones rather than an out and out number 9. You know, this is it now. So which one do you go with? And that's my thing, is like, it's a different profile. If we got Sesko, I would have been very, very worried about Man United in terms of what are we trying to do. Because it's a different type of profile, it's something that can help us maybe, I don't know, adapt and maybe look at the wingers scoring goals. Because the wingers are the ones that I'm looking at scoring goals. Like striker, yeah, cool, score goals. But bro, when I look at Foden, Saka, all of these wingers, they're scoring goals. Even Aston Villa, Leon Bailey scoring goals. Do you know what I mean? Like the wingers now have to contribute, man. You have to contribute.
Now, facts.
You know?
Facts. For me, Zirkzee is a young player. He's still developing. He's still learning his trade. I'm just like, the Italian leagues played at different pace. You know what I mean? There's no pace in the English football pyramid that I can compare the Italian league to in terms of the slowness of it. It's very much more tactical game.
Yeah.
But one thing I do like about his physicality, its known important attribute is that he can hold up play and link play, dropping deep. So, you know what I mean? He's able to play his back to goal, which we really need that. And which then brings our players into play. So he's the type of guy, if United are under the cosh, he'll come halfway line, get on the ball, link the play to get us up the pitch. And sometimes make the ball stick. But even he's never played in a league at Premier League pace level.
Yeah.
The Premier League's a different animal, man. It's a different kettle of fish. You don't get that much time on the ball. If the bigger you are, the more defenders try to test you. People will try to test you. Midfielders coming back and snapping at you because the pace of the game. So he's going to need time to adapt. But if he was to adapt and get the right coaching level of one-to-one coaching that he needs, and then his ceiling can be high for him to become a really good player, right? A really, really top player. But at this moment, what we're buying and what he was doing for Bologna, that type of football was Marat. You know, Maratta is one of these modern coaches that hides players' deficiencies and shows their best qualities, right? The best coaches do that. The best football coaches that are training ground coaches get players in a system that hide their deficiencies and show off their best qualities. And that's what Manchester United have to do with him. You know what I mean? He's still raw. And like I said, I take this again and again for people. The Serie A ain't your speedy league where it is a place where defenders are willing to let you have the ball back to goal because they're set, because it's a tactical game. It's more like a chess game. Where the Premier League is 100 miles an hour. You've got the fullback coming inside, getting at you. You've got the defensive midfielder biting at you. You've got two defenders coming in. Defenders trying to get more physicality and get in front of you. So he's going to have to learn and adapt. And I agree with Nina, because Manchester United needs somebody low. You don't have to be high cost, but it's somebody who can get in. You know, like how Dortmund have got, what's his name? That guy who played for Germany. You know, that guy, what's his name? The guy, is it Volker or whatever his name?
Volker.
Yeah, Volker. We need a Volker cat.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't mind him at United, but United fans still say,
but I was saying that as well. I would say Volker.
So we need that Volker kind of guy.
Or even Guirassy, but he's gone to Dortmund now.
Listen, who's willing to come off the bench and just get the ball in, the team know how to get the service to him and to be able to get a goal. But Zirkzee, in the long term, he could be a really good player. But at the end of the day, we're working with potential. Or he could shock us all, come in, and because there's certain players as well. This is the maddest thing about transfer market and players. There are certain players here, their attributes suit different leagues.
Yeah, facts.
Right? There are certain players who are amazing footballers, but the Premier League does never suit their style of play, how they want to play. And they've never been in a system with a coach that's a real coach, that's training ground coach, to get the best out of them. So for me, Zirkzee's a work to be done with him, but he's got attributes to be a talent. But his main thing is holding up the ball and bringing people into play. And that's what we need. But can he hold up ball up the pitch? And, sometimes relief is going to take time for him to get used to how to hold up the ball properly. I think in the Premier, because the Premier League, you don't get that chance. You don't get that one or two touches, even though he's got really good close control.
Premier League, I get it. It's a different kettle of fish, though. 100%.
It's a different kettle of fish. So what you're thinking of Bologna, don't translate, because Manchester United, Bologna are not playing the same system.
Also, Italian league's a bit more slower as well. So he's allowed to kind of turn and do what he wants to do. 100%. Exactly. That's why Haaland now, all of a sudden, everyone starts to look at him a bit differently. But maybe Italian league, he was getting a lot of space in behind.
Now, for me, I'm glad. Saeed said, I'm glad that he's here, because Haaland now can, when he's shattered, when we've told him to become like, a UFC and a wrestler. So now he can actually hold bench, you know what I mean? And build the game and get his physicality. You know what I mean? You don't stop growing till you're about 23 anyway. So he can still do those things mentally, physically, emotionally. So we at least got somebody else who can play games. And that's the only plus point for me. We can put somebody else up front.
Yeah, 100%. Big up Dan Watson says, agent fees are nothing. That's part of football now. City pays 60 million agent fees for deals. Nothing said. Yet United do it. There's an outrage. Big up to the panel. Rudy's back. Shaw and Chilwell going to be sharing a sick bay. Brazil looking like Stoke. Big up Killis, man, always. And Craig says, I'm happy with the signing. I don't think your typical number 9 exists anymore, like your Jermaine Defoe's. Big up, guys. Smash the likes. Yeah, man. 600 people in here. Smash the likes, people. Bulsa, this is your type of striker, man. I can't lie to you. Bulsa, you're going to love this guy, This is your number 9, man.
Saeed, I'm excited, but I feel like similar to what Noureddin was saying is that I think there was more hype with maybe, I would say, Anthony before we bought him in terms of the season he had at Ajax, what he did in the Champions League. And obviously he came over and like Noureddin said, it didn't translate. For me, all roads lead to the dugout. And I know the manager we got in the dugout. So a lot of these players we're getting in, especially Zirkzee, I believe is a system player. And I think if you get him in the wrong system, you're going to see so much, because first and foremost, he's quite tall for what he does. And he has a funny running style where he bends his back to kind of glide. I don't know if you've noticed, like he doesn't run straight forward like a runner. He kind of bends his back. He's one of those players, like if the system doesn't fit, all of a sudden, these little things people start to pick at. He doesn't run right. His body's not. It's like what Onana happened. Like he's not shaped right when he's receiving the ball. Things that actually make him who he is and make him unique become things that we start to pick at as a fan base and as just people who are watching the Premier League as a whole. So for me, Erik ten Hag, I don't know, man. Like I know he's here. It is what it is. But Anthony, and I keep on saying this because a lot of people think Anthony's dead. But I saw enough from Anthony at Ajax here, Saeed, especially in the Champions
you're
League.
still holding on to Anthony.
Like, you know, it was Saeed. I saw him in the Champions League, and I saw this guy in a system that suited him do things, that all of a sudden we're just stripping from him. It's like I see him beat players with, like, you know, drop of a shoulder, step overs, quick thinking, and all of a sudden the brother come here and it's all disappeared. And it's disappeared on the same watch of the same manager that he had at Ajax. So for me, anyway, I'm happy with Zirkzee's coming in. But again, I need to see these. And I'm just hoping that Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rene, the other guy, they have more of a say in terms of what's happening in terms on the training ground. Because I'm still worried, bro. I'm still worried. Like, when I think about the 11 that we start next season with Eric Ten Hag, I still see Rashford in the 11. Rashford's not in my 11. There's no 11 that I pick with Man United.
Nah, Rashford in my 11. Still in the 11. He's still in the 11.
In the 11, but he's still in.
I don't rate Rashford.
He's gonna shock you all.
No, he's not in my 11.
Wait, he's gonna shock you all.
Who's in your
Musa rates Anthony, but he doesn't rate Rashford.
No, I don't rate
Anthony.
Anthony. I don't rate Anthony. I don't rate him.
Moving like Marcel today.
No, I don't rate him. But what I'm saying to you guys, we were excited for him the way we are with Zirkzee, and now we've written him off. And I just feel like you could have an argument that Anthony done more in his time at Ajax, and we saw more from him in the Champions League than we've seen from Zirkzee. But we're gassed here right now. Everyone's out here, you know what I'm saying, getting ready for Zirkzee to step in. But if you look at Anthony in European football, especially in the Champions League, I think he done more than what we've seen from Zirkzee so far. But we're gassed. But I just feel like my front three would have to be, if not a false nine, it would have to be, anyway, the wing players have to be Garnacho and Ahmed. I don't see how Rashford plays in any of those wing positions.
Rashford's on the left.
So
it's Ahmed on the right, and then it's Zirkzee up front.
Where's Garnacho? So Rashford plays in front of Garnacho for you?
I would even put, if Sancho stayed, I would even put Sancho in there, but I don't know if Sancho's going to be along with this manager. But
how does Rashford start for you, Saeed? How?
Rashford?
Yeah, how?
The thing is, for me, we need goals, man. We don't have goals in the team.
But brother, he hasn't given you goals for 12 months. Why are you still talking about
you know why? You know why? He's probably out of the front three. I'm like, he can get you the goals. Like, you know what I mean? He's the one that...
We said that all last season.
He's a confidence player, though.
We said it all last season.
One year, didn't come. Okay. So Anthony hasn't shown you that he can get goals, right? Yes.
Forget Anthony. It's Diallo.
Okay.
Diallo
who's coming in. He's more of a creator. He don't really get goals anyway.
But we need that, though. We need that.
Okay, that's why I said Ahmad on the right, Rashford on the left, and then Zirkzee up front. That's what I said.
So what happened to your Argentinian on the left?
Bro, I've always said, like, people don't realize, I've always said Garnacho is a bench player. I've never ever said, Garnacho should be starting week in, week out. I made that clear. He's still a guy who's
you're on the Southgate stuff. You can't start Rashford on his form. How are you going to start Rashford on his form?
But the thing is, though, you know what it is with Rashford, yeah? You've almost got to put like a season. You know,
them days are done, Saeed.
A new season is a new season for Rashford. Saeed. I don't see anyone right now in this Man United front forward actually going to get more goals than Rashford. I generally don't.
That's the problem.
Let me come in there, Musa, listen.
And I don't rate Rashford, by the way. I don't rate Rashford.
Musa, listen. Rashford has got a formula. So the formula goes shit season, good season. Shit season.
Yeah, basically.
Season.
But why are you accepting that, though? Listen, man, then we've
it should be sold. It should be sold, man.
Listen to this, though, Saeed. We've said
I'm not accepting him. They're not accepting this.
No, but Noureddin, we've said it, yeah. Outside of Rashford's goals, we don't think, as a team, he gives enough to the team outside of his goals.
No, so nobody does. But nobody gives anybody to the team.
No, but let's just say that he doesn't give enough, though. Especially, we've singled him out. We've seen that off like without his goals, he's not giving enough to the team. Let's just put his goals to the side and build a team that can actually work together and add more than just goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's build a team that can do that can create, create for other players, and also just do more than, if you don't score, you ain't doing nothing for the team. If we're still going into this new era with Ineos, with the same, we got to start Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is one of the best left backs in the league. The brother's injured. He's done. He's gone.
So my guy's going to get injured anyway. And now we're linked with another injury. We're going to link with his brother, with his twin at Chelsea, who's another injury-prone guy. Wow.
And I'm telling you
Only
for
Manchester
free.
United. Only
You see,
Manchester
next
United.
season, yeah, we're starting next season. If you lot like it or not, whether you lot like it or not, yeah, Rashford, Anthony, and Højlund are our front three. That's Eric Ten Hag's players. Whether you lot like it or not,
Yeah.
we're
But
starting with
Musa,
Anthony.
I think Garnacho starts ahead of
I'm
Anthony
sorry.
anyway.
He's not,
Rashford is,
brother.
listen.
He wants his
Rashford-
balance.
Listen, Musa. Rashford is playing because he's one of the main guys who's
Yeah.
marketed to the football
Marketed.
club. Him and Bruno are the two marketers. So unless Ineos, that's what I'm saying to that. Unless Ineos go and sell them both, get money in and buy other players, they're both here and both here going to play, whether we like
Anthony's
it or not.
playing.
Because I
You
can
lot,
say exactly
Anthony's
the same
playing.
thing about
That's what
Bruno.
you lot gotta know.
I'll say the same thing about Bruno. I'll say exactly everything you said about Rashford, about Bruno. Exactly.
Right.
So what does he offer other than hoofball? What does he offer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is where I think they're trying to unlock Rashford with his Zirkzee. I think for me, he's trying to say, you know
Thirsty
what?
man, them. You lot
We're
just
gonna
allow the
unlock
brother.
him.
He's not. Listen, allow him. Let him just ease into the league.
You don't think United should go to like the two forwards? Because Zirkzee likes before he
He
played
does.
under Motta as the lone nine, he preferred to play as the second striker in the two-man front
So
line.
number 10.
So do you think United could move towards a two-man front line? But then again, who then gets dropped?
I think he's Bruno's successor. I think he's long-term Bruno's
He's not a
successor.
10.
That's what I
No
believe.
chance.
But I don't think he's a 10
chance.
though. But
Yeah,
do you think
I
like
don't-
a second striker
Hands
as
up!
a playmaker?
Don't
Yeah.
shoot!
Yeah, I believe long-term he's going to be Bruno's successor. As much as we think he's not a 10, but I've seen enough of him because for me he plays more of a 10 than he does of a 9. I wouldn't say like if I had to choose. If I needed a number 9 up front to bang goals, I wouldn't go for Zirkzee. But if I wanted a number 10 or a supporting striker, I would play him. I would play him in a 10 and let him create and support.
Musa, can I just say something? I don't want Manchester United to get somebody like Harry Kane where the whole team works for them to set them up. No. I want us as a team to play. I want 7 or 8 different goal scorers. I want everybody filling in.
You have it with Haaland.
I'm never just about one guy scoring all the goals.
Yeah, but City have it with Haaland though, Noradine. He scores a bag of goals and everyone else scores.
Now, City are different because of the way that how long Pep's been there, literally polishing and tweaking the system and doing that. That's what we're at a different stage altogether. For me, I rather see other people, but what I want to see more in what Mina's talking about, I want to see rotation. Big up, Vass. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, big up, Vass, man.
No, I'm not doing well.
He's not doing well. He's not doing well.
We need to have a conversation. I'm concerned about Saeed's health. Football and everything aside, bro. Saeed, 3 a.m. you're calling me. Bro, Saeed rang me, 3 a.m.
It was 2 a.m. It was 2 a.m.
No, wait, it wasn't.
You saying Fajr? Man's calling you Fajr.
Straight from Fajr, man.
2:34 a.m.
for Fajr.
2:34 a.m.
I was waiting for Fajr anyway. I don't think before Fajr anyway, so.
And Saeed goes to me,
I'm
bro.
chilling.
Saeed goes, Saeed, when he calls me, he's like energetic. So Saeed's like, yo, are you active? And I'm thinking, I've been watching Saeed streams, and I've been seeing like random man knock on his door and people coming in the house. So I got scared, bro. I'm thinking something's happened. I need to get in the car and get off. I've even put the duvet halfway like this. And I'm like, so
ready.
Saeed, what do you mean active? I said, what do you mean active? Like, is everything okay? He goes, no, are you active though? I said, no, is everything okay? He said, oh, no, I was just thinking you're normally awake at this time. Saeed, you need, bro, where's your girlfriend, bro? What's going on? You're calling me at 3 a.m. Saeed, this is madness.
The graveyard shift, it's the graveyard shift.
Yeah,
man,
delirious, bro. You're either caught out for the life or you're not. That's what I say to people, man. You're either caught out for it or you're not.
Bro, you need to sleep. You need to sleep,
honestly,
that's for America times.
America times, man.
What are you saying, though? What are you saying, Faz, anyway, man? What are you telling me?
I'm good, man. I'm all blessed. You know what I'm saying? Just got off Rant's show.
Yeah, big up Rants, man. Big up Rants.
Yeah, big up to Rants. And thought I'd jump on yours and tell you, man, I'm concerned about your health. Make sure you get good sleep this season.
I will, man. Big up, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We're playing GTA, by the way, tonight. We're playing GTA tonight, so you know.
and you know what I'm saying? I'm excited for this season, you know. Man United, three decent signings, not the biggest names, not the smallest names as well. Zirkzee, De Ligt, Ugarte, these players will be definitely adding to the squad. Good management, you know, behind. So no more fence sitting for anyone. The fence is getting broke out now. No more fence sitting. Everybody, all in. Put your chips on the table. Tell us what you expect from this manager and what's your, you know, barometer. What's your threshold for this manager? What you want to see the manager achieve and the team achieve. And we go and tackle this season. It's really good that they gave him a year extension as well. You know what I'm saying? That clearly tells you that they're not willing to give him a new contract yet. They still want to see out a season. They want to see what he can do with the right people behind him. They're using Ruud van Nistelrooy almost like I was saying it on Run Show. We were discussing it almost like a spy. You know what I'm saying? To report back on Ten Hag, how he's doing. Because why would he reject Burnley to come and be an assistant here? Clearly, there's a pathway for him to progress in the future. Clearly, he's taking less money than Burnley, because Burnley, he would be a head coach. Rance was saying he'd get more money, which is true. He's come to United for a little bit less money as an assistant with a pathway. And yeah, they've got their inside spy in it, so he has to deliver. They're getting rid of Benny McCarthy. Van der Gaag wants to go and be a coach somewhere else. He wants to take the next step. So they've isolated him. And see if he can really coach, innit?
Yeah. This comment here is Ugarte even better than Casemiro? Where is the upgrade? Listen, man, you know what it is, yeah? I think Casemiro was once a great player. I still think he's a good player now, but he's not at the levels that he used to be. And we have to let it go, man. And if he's going to stay, then it obviously, if you've got, I don't know what they do with Amrabat, if they're going to go buy him or whatnot, but Ugarte and Casemiro, like they want to be both number one in it. I think Casemiro will still leave. I think yesterday, Fab reported it. But I think Ugarte is a good, it's not an upgrade, because we have to respect Casemiro, but it's not a bad kind of almost.
It's not a downgrade. It's not a downgrade
as well.
No, you have to, the question has to be, can Ugarte reach the heights of Casemiro?
No, he won't. He won't.
Exactly. No. That's the question. Can he reach the heights?
Oh, is that a fair question though? Is that a fair question though? Do you think it's a fair question?
It depends.
Do you think Casemiro should be the benchmark, given the fact that at his prime he weren't at United? So his benchmark should not be the benchmark for what United need. What I'm saying is the benchmark should be players that were at United at their best, at their peak.
He was still the best player of the season when he came in his first year, though. He was still our best player that season.
That's true.
My thing is, I look at Ugarte. I've watched him. Yeah, United fans are gonna like him. I really, really do. But you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get these tacticals that I'll be like, it's not great on the ball. It's not great on the ball. Bro, listen here. Let me tell you something. Like, I'm looking at most footballers now in world football. Yeah, I swear down. I don't know who's great on the ball because I watched Brazil last night. They had Bruno Guimaraes and João Gomez. They couldn't keep the ball between them. Yeah, so we're looking at other players and we're like, oh, but you can't. We have to create a system where people, like players' attributes or say weaknesses, should I say, are nullified. So let's say, for example, Ugarte is not great on the ball, but you've got De Ligt and Sancho who are great on the ball. Like everyone's not going to be great on the ball. Like I get it, Man City, Arteta, but we're not that team. We haven't got that manager. So let's.
So what team are we, say? What team are we?
But I don't know. I don't know what we are. Do you know what I mean? But you're not going to have every single person. Right? He's good enough technically to be playing for Man United. That's all I know. So all of this, but he doesn't pass in this zone, and he just, bro.
I just know we're a graveyard site. We've been a graveyard for so many years for a lot of players, and I still cool. I'm ready to give Erik Ten Hag another go. I'm hoping that he's woken up and they gave him the smelly sauce and he's out of this concussion yet. But I'm still not 100% sure that his stubbornness will allow him to pick a different 11. If Erik Ten Hag goes in with that same 11 and that same front three that I told you, if he backs his man Anthony that he paid 100 million euros for, and he starts Rashford and Højlund up front, it's a long day, Saeed. It's just a long day for us.
I hear you.
And that's the problem. It's just going to be a long day. And I don't believe that Erik Ten Hag, because I feel like, and I think you said this as well already. Remember the Brighton game last season? Something happened and he changed. He went to the two holding in the middle of the park with, I think it was Mainu and what's his name? The Moroccan boy. Amrabat. And I think he played a false 9. He dropped Highland and he done it in the final as well. A lot of people say that was Wilcox. They told him to change it up. We don't know. It is what it is. But I feel like since it saved his job, he's not going to stay with that. He's going to be like, cool, I got the extension. My job's safe. I'm going to go back to what I know is best. He's still going to make the decision. He's not letting any flipping assistant coaches tell him what to do. He doesn't look at that. To me, he doesn't seem to be that type of person. And even when he was in Holland and he was giving those interviews about, them not coming over to him when he was on holiday, he was talking with chest. Like, this guy, he's just, Erik ten Hag's different. And I don't believe he's going to allow anyone to bully him or to push him around. He's going to fall on his sword. And I think his sword involves Anthony, Højlund, and Rashford. And if everyone's just hoping that these are just going to kick it off, I think it's going to be a long day for us, man.
Musa, can I ask you something quickly just on that? Do you feel like it's... Because I don't know about his stubbornness, because Mitchell van der Gaag, that's his right-hand guy. They've been together for years. And he's basically essentially allowed him to get pushed out of the door because Ineos are not fans of him. And he's succumbed to the requests of Ineos. Now, obviously, like Faz mentioned, I do think Ruud van Nistelrooy is being propped up for maybe that role in a couple of years' time. But Rene Hacker is essentially the guy that Erik ten Hag asked to bring in. Do you think that he could possibly be willing to kind of switch it up in the same way that he was able to switch up on his right-hand man? Because him and Mitchell van der Gaag have been together for a long time, before Ajax even.
You know what's scary to me, though, is the same thing that Noureddin picked up on. That single pivot. He rid it for too long. Like, he rid that single pivot, like in rain, sleet, snow. He didn't care what the weather was. He rid that single pivot. Every person he put in there got killed. When he put Maino in there, he looked like he was out of his depth. He put Casemiro in there out of his depth. He even put Bruno in there one game out of his depth. He put Amrabat. Everyone that he put in there got swallowed up, and he done it all the way to the end until his job was on the line. And then at Brighton game, and then in the final, towards the last 2-3 games of the season, he changed it. But that change there is what I'm thinking. Is that Erik ten Hag? Was he told to do it to save his job? And now he saved his job. Is he going to stick with it, or is he going to go back to it? Because if we start the season again with this single pivot, guys, I don't know. I just don't, because he rid it for too long for someone who, can think about it. Go on.
It's not just a single pivot. It's that single pivot being left with open spaces.
Abandoned.
Before, in front of them and behind them. That's the problem. Right? The single pivot, majority of world football now have that type of player. The big teams have one player who's there. Now, you choose the type of player. Do you having a ball-playing pivot guy, or you're having more of a defensive, hunt the ball down kind of guy? So Manchester United would have to make the way. So when people are asking Saeed, well, what style are we? I mean, I looked at it last season. I said, are we a physical team? Are we a possession ball passing team? No. Are we a high pressing team? Well, we tried, but then this open spaces FC. That's the team we were. We're open spaces team. That's what we were with this single pivot madness, where this person, you could be the greatest in the world. Kante will struggle there. And we know sometimes with Kante in his prime, we would think there's two of them on the pitch because he covers so much space. But even he would struggle. So it's going to be very interesting to see. To me, when the team comes back properly, obviously, we're going to have a very, very dysfunctional season. It's going to be a lot of team and a couple of players who are like Rashford, like Anthony, who've not gone to the Copa Americas. So those guys will play. But
there's a lot of players that haven't gone to competitions. You got Cameroon. We've got a lot of players back there, man.
I mean, you've got like a little bit of a skeleton of what they are. Like Sandro Martinez obviously is gone. You know what I mean? Like you've got Wan-Bissaka, you've got Marcus Rashford, you've got Anthony
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount. Well, that's if he's fit. Let's not get too twisted. That's if he's fit. But we've got these type of players, and we don't know what the style of play is. We don't know if it's going to be what he did in the last 5-6 games. And that to me even proved to me that Erik ten Hag needed to be sacked, because all season from the first game where we went to the first game of the season, Saeed, we
Yeah.
saw it till the last 5-6 games. We saw the difference in the change of the tactics. So for me, I think we're gonna have to wait and see what style of Manchester United playing. So Ugarte might be good, but to me, I always prefer a ball playing number 6 because a ball playing number 6 can dictate the actual game for you. And that's what I prefer. And then have the two number 8s who hunt the ball down. One of them can be Kobe. Another one can be like what Fred used to be. So for me, if Ugarte fills that role, but I don't want Ugarte because I've watched him and he's not a guy who takes the ball off the defenders. He's not that type of guy who gives it 5 yards, gets it back, pushes the team over. He's more of a guy who's a high pressing number 8 for me. High pressing, all
He
energy,
can play that
all
double
action
pivot.
number 8.
Jordy, he can play that double pivot. And I think for me, it's something that I think we're lacking in. And
Yeah,
when you look at the amount of space,
he's not the guy on the ball side. On the double
I know
pivot,
that.
he's
But
not the guy on
then
the
you
ball.
have to
He's not the guy.
compensate. You have to compensate something. Big up to Big Ben says United still got 2 big problems, and that is Erik ten Hag, and there are no signs of any outgoings. Greenwood is going out on loan, and that's not good. Thoughts? Yeah, Greenwood's going to Marseille. People is on his way to Marseille. Is it a loan with the obligation to buy though? I'm not sure. What is it? Let me go find out now.
Yeah, a loan with obligation to buy
That's with
and
Zirkzee,
a
right?
large sell.
Yeah, Zirkzee.
But it's not confirmed yet because apparently they're Marseille are front runners, but Lazio are still in it as well.
Now Lazio's out of it. The guy, did you not see what the president said? He said,
I don't know. Ornstein reported today that Lazio were still in it, but Marseille are the front runners, and it's his preference as well because he reported to Carrington today not to train but to have a meeting with senior Manchester United staff.
Yeah. No, apparently the Lazio owner came out and said, I can get better than Mason Greenwood anyway. It's cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. He goes, I can get better than him, so it's all good, man. Yeah, I've got some big names in the list. But yeah, listen, for me, obviously.
Go ahead then. Go on, show us the greatest ballers. Yo, big up. One thing I do know, and one thing I'm glad that he chose to go to Marseille because he'll watch the levels of Greenwood improve even more. He will get coached. He will get next level coaching. Trust me. So for me, I'm not going to lie to you. I would make Greenwood sign a new contract, send him a loan, and then, because trust me, he's going to bang in that league. Mark my words. Under this Zirkzee, he's going to bang in that league. And when he does, 70, 80 million, mate. Take us.
But this is what they want to do. They want to sell him and then get a big sell-on clause, including the deal. So that if he does leave from Marseille,
but
we get a sell-on clause.
What's the point of Marseille trying to go sell a player where they're not going to keep the majority of the money?
No, they are. That's the whole point.
They'll most probably keep half of it. Still better than
they'll keep at least 50. So if they allow they sell him, for example, 100 million, they're taking at least a chunk of that 50 odd million. You know what I mean? United get maybe a 25% sell-on clause or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So I think for me, it's a good option for him, man. I think it's a good option for him. You know what I mean? Marseille, French league, they got some good talent over there. You know what I mean?
Man.
So
he's gonna bang in that league with good coaching, man. Trust me. Yeah, he's gonna get a proper coach.
Yeah, 100%. Big up Knowledge says, big up Saeed and the panel. Big up to you, man, bro. Said, I have my expectation for the season, but I don't know if we're getting I don't know if we will get anywhere near them. So my hopes are down until the manager proves to me he could give us consistency. You know what? I think for me, it comes down to the signings, and B, the level of coaching. Because everybody's saying, but you know what a lovely signing this is, but let's be honest. What was his kind of plan for Anthony?
That's it.
He flopped under him. What's his plan for Mason Mount? He's not really done much. I know he's been injured, but when he has played, he's been on the bench. So it's all good and well saying we got this signing, we got that signing. That's just like 10%, 20%. The next 80 is actually coming to Man United and actually playing well and fitting in more than anything.
That's our problem. That's our problem. We got Palestri in the semi-finals, who's been a pivotal player for his national side. Then we've got Ahmed Diallo, who everyone agrees done well at Sunderland and deserved more of a chance last season. Then we've got, who else we got there? We got Sancho, who played a part in Dortmund getting to the final, and Dortmund had chances in the beginning of that final. It's not like they didn't have a chance to win it. So we've got about 3 to 4 wingers there who in systems and under good managers have shown that they have the ability to be big part players for any team. But then we're sitting here, everyone talk about, like no one's even bothered if Palestri gets sold. Like everyone's looking
on Palestri. Don't you think it's a shortcoming and a failure of the previous regime? Not just Palestri, but look at all the young players that they brought in around 2018 to 2020. Hannibal, Alvaro Fernandez, Palestri, one of them. Really, the only two that have been a reason.
Ahmad's got 1 year left on his contract.
Ahmad and Garnacho. Ahmad is apparently set to open talks with United about a new contract because he's convinced that he's
only on 26k, you know. He's only on 26k.
I don't think bear in mind he joined as a kid. He joined as a kid to the academy, right? But I'm saying that the previous regime were just, especially in the latter stages of Brexit, were just buying young products with no kind of plan. The same thing that we kind of criticize Chelsea for doing right now. They were doing it not to that extent, but within similar reason. I mean, they brought Hannibal a year late. Had they brought him a year earlier, they could have got him on a free, but they ended up spending 10 million on money. With now no plan for what's gonna happen for him. And I think Palestri, alongside Ahmad, alongside Sancho, etc., when you're behind the pecking order of Anthony, the manager's preference, you're just basically you're just another kind of person on the roster. The manager's not gonna utilize you. Palestri, I think, is unfortunate, but I think it's more down to also previous people bringing young academy prospects in with no kind of pathway to first team development plan.
You don't even have to look too far. You don't have to look what he's done in Van der Beek. They've literally ruined his football career. The manager didn't want him. The manager wanted Grealish. They bought him, had no plan. He was sat on the bench, and then he's never recovered. Like psychologically, he never recovered because he never understood. He never got more than 10 games in a row at Manchester United. And people go, he's crap. How do you know if he's not had 10 games? Like, how do you know?
It's mad.
For me, 10 games.
It's ended well for him, though, Nordin. It's ended well for him, though. Girona's not a bad.
Listen, now hopefully he goes to a technical league where he can actually pass and move.
Girona are a very good team.
Though we shouldn't be selling. We shouldn't let go of
500,000 for Van der Beek is criminal because you're basically saying you value Ethan Laird. Ethan Laird went for 750k after 6 loan spells to Championship.
Do you know what it is though with Donny Van der Beek? It's like getting a Mercedes, but you don't know if the engine works. There's still doubts, so you can't pay the money. You know he's a Mercedes, but you're thinking.
But you know what though?
Does it work?
We can't really put on Ineos now to get a lot of money from these players because they're from the old regime.
I agree with the Donny. I understand it, but I wouldn't let
for his own sake.
Yeah.
Free Donny for his own sake, man.
Yeah, I get
this
it.
chapter on Manchester United, it's a nightmare to be over. Start off fresh.
But Saeed, I'm still with how are we watching Palestri do what he's been doing in the Copa. I've been watching some of their games. How are we still entertaining selling this guy?
Like, no. We got your boy Anthony, Musa. We got your boy Anthony.
It doesn't matter. Do you know what it is?
Who do you want up front? You still haven't told me you're front three. You know what I mean? Like, are you want Palestri or Anthony?
No, my thing is I want him to be an option because what I don't want this manager to do is what he done where he just plays the same 11 in every competition.
I got an option for you.
No.
Chiesa.
I agree with you. No,
we don't need no wingers, Saeed.
Chiesa
is what Palestri.
Injury-prone players.
Listen,
what are you talking about?
If Juventus want a swap deal, let's go, man.
Right,
apparently United rejected it.
Do you know Garnacho rejected it? Similar players. Why
that's my baller, man. That's my baller, man.
Is more like Chiesa. There's not
too much Chiesa, man. I'm still there, man. I'm still on that Chiesa hive. I don't know what it is, man.
You know what's wrong with the fans? You're getting us in trouble.
Bro, if they say, listen, I know United rejected it, but let's say a little bit of money plus Chiesa. Are you, man, not taking that? You sell Palestri.
We don't need no wingers.
Bro, listen to me. We don't
need the wingers. Get me another central midfielder. Get me another midfielder.
Yeah, we can get that.
We can't. Leave the wingers alongside. We got enough young, talented wingers, and the managers should get more out of them. We got Jadon Sancho, we got Palestri, we got Ahmad, we got Garnacho, we've got wingers.
Do you think Sancho's staying though? Because there's no today. Everyone obviously reported for pre-season. No information about him. No pictures of him in the training session that happened today. At least there was an update on Mason Greenwood, but there isn't really an update on Jadon Sancho. Apparently, by the way, he's waiting to go. He wants to go Juve.
Sancho's got options, but I think he's waiting to see.
Now, he don't want to be there, innit? He don't want to be there.
I don't think he wants to be at United. I don't think so.
No,
I think it's a relationship.
Yeah. I reckon it's probably had Jason Wilcox probably told him, "Yo, listen, don't worry, man. You don't have to come to training or whatever, or just stay on that extended leave and until we find you a club. Just train on your own. You don't have to come. You know what I mean? Like, I think it creates a bit.
We don't know that because
listen, if Sancho
wasn't there today, Casemiro wasn't there today, and they've not.
He was.
Maguire
was there. Casemiro
was there. Ahmad was there.
Casemiro wants to stay. I told you guys. Casemiro wants to stay, man.
Listen, see Sancho. If Ineos show him that they want him at the club, he won't leave Man United. That's what I know for sure. Sancho is not on just leaving the UK like that. If Ineos show him that, you know what, there's a fresh start here for you. We don't know you. We appreciate your talent. We think that there's something. We want you to be at Man United. He won't leave. Like, he's not on this that Ineos tell him to stay and he will just say, no, I want to leave. No, that's not true. That's not true. If Ineos show any interest in Sancho, he's staying here, 100%.
Yeah. This one here, listen, Dybala, I can't lie. I love him, but 2018, it's not 2018. You know what I mean? So, big up Dybala.
I'll rather take him than flipping your other guy that you just mentioned. Chiesa, flipping.
Yeah, that's where we got this Zirkzee guy who can play in that little central role. You know what I mean? Second striker. You know? So, what are you laughing at me now? You know what it is for me? I don't know, man.
Name hype. You're on the name hype.
He likes the name.
Listen,
he likes the way it sounds.
I didn't watch Chiesa last season. He was.
By the way, Saeed, I got the same thought of you. Well, I tweeted it the other day saying, "Hear me out," and the first person that replied was Nuruddin. He was like, "Nas, he's injury prone." I went the same hype as you with Chiesa.
To be fair, you know, last season he had an incredible season, man. A lot of people are just, writing him off, but.
By the way, I heard he scored 20 goals in 4 or 5 seasons.
Nah. That ain't right.
That's what I heard. He's
because he's been injured majority of them. He scores 1 or 2 goals per season, and then he's out for the rest of the season.
Someone said that we don't watch the Italian league. He scored about 20 goals in 5 seasons.
No.
He misses about 14 games on average in the season.
Yeah.
That's how he's missing at least 14 games.
Yeah.
That's a lot of games, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that is, Mina, that's not an intense league. That's not an intense league, like I was saying to you. It's not a 100 miles an hour, and you don't have a manager who plays you, like Musa said, in every bloody competition. He'll come out, I bet you, he'll come out, Ten Hag. What's the goal this season? To win all 4 competitions. He'll come out. Yeah, we're in and you know that we'll play farmers from somewhere, or you know what I mean, farmers or engineers and couple of nerds, computer nerds from Cyprus or something like that.
Why are you in the nerds? What's the nerds?
No, listen, no, I'm
what have the nerds done to you? Leave us alone.
Listen,
I'm
a nerd. Listen, I'm a football nerd. It just depends what you're nerdy about, innit? I got nothing against the nerds. But you know these people who go and the IT department guys, from Cyprus, he'll play the full team. He'll play the first team. So this is what we're dealing with. For me, it's been a Copa America. It's been Euros. And you had the African from last season, from January as well. So it's about rotating this season. Erik ten Hag, will he do it? Like I said, for Erik ten Hag to change his fortunes around Manchester United, he has to do 360 to everything he's shown us for the first 2 seasons.
That's what I'm worried about. And I just can't see that. He has to actually change so much. And no, I don't see it.
But you know what it is though? We have to find what kind of rotation we're doing in it, in terms of even the pre-season as well. Pre-season, you get me? What we're doing there as well.
Well, it's gonna be all youngsters, you know what I mean? On the 15th, 2 weeks time.
Yeah, Harry Amas, them players there.
Yeah,
they're gonna be
see, Collier. I'm excited to see Collier. I'm excited to see.
He's the next
Collier,
one.
Like Collier, he's 20 now. You know what I mean? He's not a teenager anymore, and he's the guy. Why? Maybe not buying a number 6 in terms of, because I know that he's defensively fantastic, but I don't know how good he is on the ball at building a play. Do you know what I mean? And
so what?
A youth team is decent, but in the Premier League, like I said, it's a different kettle of fish. But he's not a teenager. This is his. He has to come and play this season. It's make or break for him.
He's going to play 2 teams like Eric Ten Hag. What's our senior 11 that can turn up? We must have a senior 11.
We got Maguire, Mason Mount, Rashford, Anthony, your boy.
If you name the back 4, we can name a goalkeeper in Onana. We can name a back 4. We can name a midfield. We can name a front 3. He's going to play them all together in one half. Then he'll play the kids in a second. We're not going to see what we want to see. This is Eric Ten Hag. He's going to play his senior players all together.
Who was that kid that played well last year that he got sold?
Dango.
No. There was an attacking there.
There was an attacking guy, a French winger.
The kid, he scored the goal. He scored the goal against. Who was it? Against one of the teams.
It was one of the There was a goal against Madrid. I thought, we got some new star in that. The next thing you know, he left. He used to be fair, he used that little bit of a run and got himself a little bit of a move.
He got himself a deal, mate.
Yeah, that's the one. Not Amarin.
Listen, I'm seeing a tweet here, and I'm seeing some news here. If you go up, just the news there about here we go. Dan Ashworth, Eric. That's how he works in football, mate. Dodgy Dave doesn't even know football, mate. Stick to cycling, mate, and the inhalers. What is he gonna?
No, it's just
how's he gonna be the boss? How's he gonna be boss? He's not a director of football. Dodgy Dave's not a director of football, mate. Dodgy Dave knows about inhalers. And that listen, he might be the boss of Eric Ten Hag when he's cycling around Manchester. He might, take him on a cycling route. You know what I mean? Tour to Manchester and that. Forget the Tour de France. The tour to Manchester.
What you say? You're cycling with them. Nerdine is cycling with them.
I'm there, man. With them. You know me. I need that inhaler, mate. No problem. Bring that inhaler. I'll take a bit of that inhaler. No problem.
Omar Berrada as well was central to Christian Vivel's appointment at United. Having previously got on with him when doing business together in previous roles. Ten Hag also knows Vivel. Yeah, Vivel's the one that we need, man. He's the one that's going to bring in a talent ID and whatnot. So now I'm excited, man. I just think for me, it's about getting these signings in, man. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with the Brandfoot. I'm hearing Mark Gay, he's now involved. I told you already, guys, I'm not so sure if Everton are going to sell this guy now and United are going to pursue it as much. You know what I mean? If they don't reach that agreement, I think Everton are all right financially. It's not and I don't think Brandfoot is like busting a gut to leave. Do you know what I mean? Like he wants to obviously come to Man United, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion, that one. I think that might drag on maybe till late. I think it'll drag. I don't think, exactly. Everton don't need that money, And this one here, I don't think it's true, man. If we got Chilwell, I'm done, man. I swear down, I'm done. If we got Chilwell, I swear down, I'm done.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the Manchester United thing to do. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Telling you,
that is a Manchester United thing to do.
For now. You know what I mean? It's just, what? Who can we put out there that he wants? You know what I mean? Maybe it's just lazy journalism, but bro,
maybe it's his agent putting stories out there.
Yeah. How many left backs did they got? Chelsea? They got Cucurella. They've only got one left back, so why did they not want to keep him?
I would have had him before we got Mountain, though. I would have never took Mount.
Nah. Even with Mount.
Nah. If I had a choice last year between him and Mount, I would have took him all day, every day.
Why does it have to be between both of them? Why could it be none of them?
Yeah, facts.
The left back links are a bit kind of dying down a little bit, man. I don't know what's going on with the left back situation. I'll be real with you, like.
Do you think because I think what's that left back called from the academy? Luke Shaw labelled him as the best upcoming.
Harry Amas.
Do you think the plan is to integrate him into the?
That's too soon, Like he's only.
Why is it too soon? Why is it? Everyone's a kid side.
No, I'm saying that's a big position, That's a big position.
If he's good enough, he's old enough.
Position, man.
He's good enough, Saeed. If he's good enough, he's old enough.
I don't know, man. Man.
There's players out here like Barcelona and all these teams playing at 16 years old. It is what it is, man. If they're good enough, bring them in. United's United. What do you want from next season?
What do I want from who?
What do you want from us next season as a team? Where do you want us to finish?
I want us to play better football. I want us to be as close as possible to Man City and whatnot. Like, I want us to progress, man. Obviously, it will probably be 2020. Top 4, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I don't think United are going to finish above that. So yeah. So I don't know. Like, I think that for me, it's a bit of a weird one. Why would you just integrate Hamias straight away, man?
We went a whole season without a left back, basically. So if we've got someone,
Malacia. Forgot about Malacia. Forgot about him.
If you got Luke Shaw, you got Malacia, you got Diogo Dalot that can play left back, and then you got Harry Amas coming through from the academy. Who could slot in for, say, FA Cup games, Carabao Cup, early stages of the competition.
Mina, I'm not going to lie to you. Malacia is not looking good. Malacia is not looking good because what the club did to him. They basically got him to. I don't know if any of you guys saw the story when he broke, but basically, they gave him loads of injections without the player being comfortable about that. He had a problem. And then he went and got some advice, went and had a surgery. Surgery went wrong. Then he broke down in a rehab. Similar to Luke Shaw. So I'm not going to lie to you. I do not, for me, and that's why I'm going to talk about it now. Mina and Musa, if you're available, join in. We're going to be talking about a left back and a central midfield player for me, a ball player for Manchester United. That's what we need. We're going to talk about a United Real Therapy. But I'm not holding any breath. They reckon
how old is he though?
Listen. They reckon that Malacia's career might be done. This injury, that's what I'm saying to you. This injury is that bad, and we know Luke Shaw. You know what's going to happen, innit? You know what's going to happen, and you know that we've got now Arsenal's physios, and Dr. Death. They already call him, and that's what they nicknamed him. Arsenal. We've already got them, so you know what's going to happen. They've not sorted out. I'm not seeing Manchester United signing anybody in the rehab department or injury prevention. So what's going to go on is going to go on. It's going to be more injuries, people. So get ready, because Eric Ten Hag and every other Manchester United fan don't think there's going to be injuries this season.
And there will be
injuries because we were a squad full of injury-prone players. But people like Saeed want to go and buy more injury-prone players. Come on, Chilwell. Chiesa. Come on in. Hey, who else? Who else should we get? Who has an injury? We're already going to get another injury-prone guy. That's Delete. And who's not been tested at this level. Who's not been tested in a robust...
But even what about Zirkzee's injuries last season? Is there some... Apparently they're saying that had a lot of injuries last season.
But we've got somebody else. He's young side. If a young player with injuries, you can overcome them. Is Chiesa's 23? Somebody said that to me. I thought he was older.
26. He's 26. 26.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Chiesa.
Yeah. Somebody will try to tell me he was 23. So young. It's the agenda people are carrying. It's only 23.
He only missed 7 games last season, so it's not too bad. Hamstring. 2 hamstring injuries last season. So he was out for 22 days, and then he was out for 25 days. So, he was out. Was he out for the whole towards the end of the season, and then March to yeah? So it weren't too bad.
Did he win a treble with Bayern Munich? Was he?
He won it. He didn't really make us. I don't think he played that.
A few games, but not really of impact.
Yeah.
But did he collect medals? Yeah.
Yeah, he won everything. Flex that, Musa.
Huh?
He won
that's shameless for life. If you're gonna flex that, you won the treble.
You have to flex that 100%. If he collected medals, he needs to walk in that dressing room like, listen, man, I'm about.
Yeah, 26. Is it young Saeed? That's the same, bro. 26. Yeah, listen, man. Like, you know what it is. It depends on whether you call him like the young Marcus Rashford. I'm not saying it's still, but everyone's going on like it's old. Like, say now we bought Ivan Toney. Yeah, everyone will be like, he's flipping old. I'm like, you know what I mean? Though, like, how is that old? Like, I don't get it. Like, how is that? That's in your prime, Like, we got Van Persie in his prime, 29. You know what I'm saying? Like, football is old now. It's crazy.
We had Zlatan in his semi-frame age, Ronaldo semi-frame age, Cavani. Tony is not there at that level. He's not at that level.
Yeah, compared to them, then he's a fetus.
But also, United, have you noticed, we barely buy players between 25 and 30. Like, it's always, like, it has to be very, very young or it's very, very old. Have you noticed, United? They don't really buy, like, I think
there was no strategy. There was no strategy for their recruitment. At least now, there potentially could be a strategy. They look like they're going for people within those early 20s, mid 20s.
Yeah.
I get that. I'll be very shocked. Honestly, I'll be very shocked in the next year or two if United buy someone over the age of 30. I will be so shocked. They'll go against everything that they've said that they would do.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mina, that's not their plan. The strategy from Ineos is to buy mid-20 at the highest of mid-20 and anything below. No more. players over 30.
Yeah. 27. Yeah, exactly. It's always been prime years of players, man. But
No,
obviously,
listen, it's strikers for me. 28 till about 31. That's their peak. That's when they really know the position. They know what they're about. After that, they start to dip. You know what I mean? But there's some phenomenal ones who play till they're 36, 37.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to wrap it up here. Guys, there's 452 likes. We need 500 likes. So by the time everyone shouts our channels out, we need to be on 500 likes. Nobody's not even in the sunshine. If nobody's not in the sunshine, then, you know what I mean? You've kind of you're taking a piss here, man. And if we want GTA tonight, let's get 500 likes, people. So people, get these likes up. GTA, we need to play it tonight. Come on. Guys, like the video, man. Let them know what you got coming up. You got anything coming up for your channel? What are you saying?
Yeah, man, just daily content, man. Minna Football on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Musa, what are you saying, man? Anything coming up?
Resale wise, what have we got coming up? Nah, I don't even know. We're just here, man. Just
there you go, man. We're just saying, man. So people, make sure you follow up Resale. And like I said, guys, we're gonna redirect to Nuruddin. He's gonna be live now any second. So come and join us on United Real Therapy. It depends, 11:30, 11 o'clock ish, just after Big Six. So we'll let you know, man. So big up to everyone.
We're gonna be talking about left back and centre, and people are getting too much good for my liking about one or two players. So the positions that Manchester United need, a left back, we need to sort that out ASAP, and we need a ball playing centre midfield player, man. I'm sick of just seeing hit, hoof ball. Hit and run.
Don't get De Jong in it. Hit and run, mate. Where's De Jong? Where's that De Jong player?
Nah, he's dead, mate. He's dead. That's all.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Smash the likes on the video on your way out. And, yeah, we'll see you on Nordis channel, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.